welcome back. Thank you, Full Sail Student Game Design, for the inspiration for this video.
We are so excited to share this gold leaf technique with you guys.
You're gonna see it all right here. Check it out.
What's up, guys? Welcome back. I got an awesome technique for you. I'm going to be showing you how to do a gold leaf technique in epoxy using metallic gold spray paint, and we're going to give the effect of laying gold leaf into epoxy. It's going to be awesome. So first things first, we're going to do this different than most videos. I'm going to prime the board black. We're going to do clear epoxy, and then we're going to do the gold leaf in clear epoxy to give it a lot of depth. So I've already mixed up my primer. Obviously, small boards like this, we can just pour it out. You don't really need a roller tray. And I'm using a foam roller that obviously doesn't want to roll. There we go. Yeah, it doesn't want to roll. We'll get it working here. It's just got to warm up a little. It's a little cold in the warehouse this morning. Might need a little extra just to hit all my edges because I want to coat my edges black also. We'll see how this plays out. Okay, top's good. I'm gonna hit my edges. And we've already leveled this board because we do not want our product to flow off the board and kind of ruin our pattern that we're doing. Always make sure your boards are level. We've even sanded these corners a little bit just so they're not perfectly square. It's gonna help the product flow over a little better. Okay, my edges are hit, so we're gonna let this sit for about a half an hour, 45 minutes, just depends on, the temperatures. And the reason we're using the metallic spray paint, because it dries faster. So it's different than just normal paint colors. This stuff dries really quick. It forms like a crust on the layer of the epoxy, and we'll show you guys that next. All right, guys, it's been about half hour, 45 minutes, so we're ready to do the epoxy. The primer's tacky. It's not all the way dry. You want to go on the primer within an hour or 2 hours. You don't want to wait too long. It gets too hard. Epoxy's not going to want to stick to it. So always prime if you're going to be able to coat the counter. Do not prime it if you're not going to be able to coat it that day. So I've already mixed up our clear epoxy. And we're doing 30 ounces. And this board is 2 foot by 4 foot. So if you guys are doing a board this size, 30 ounces is the perfect amount. And this is a perfect way to show you how amazing our epoxy is, because we're doing clear over black and we don't have to torch it. We don't have to try to level it all out. It's gonna perfectly level out. And I'm using a foam roller. I don't want to use a nap roller on coats like this. just because you run the chance of getting like roller hairs in it and stuff. Obviously, we're in a big warehouse and there's a lot going on, so we're gonna get some dust and debris in it, but we can minimize that by using the foam roller. So I'm just using this as a squeegee like I always do. Spreading this product around real quick. And notice how these bubbles are popping all on their own. That's the additives we put in our resin. It's proprietary to us. When you order our resin, no, you're not gonna get this anywhere else. We don't have somebody make our resin or buy from anyone else. We've worked on this resin for a long time. So since it's such a thick coat, I want to try to get it all thick everywhere. And when you're doing clear epoxy, it tends to want to slide across the surface. Like you can see some of these spots are flying off the table, so I want to kind of slow it down a little. Kind of try to push it for you guys. So I want to make sure my edges are thick, just like the middle. And you could do the same technique doing a metallic pigmented base coat, but I just wanted to do it in a clear resin with a black base because it'll really show the depth and it'll look like the gold leaves like suspended in the resin. Just about there. Now I'm just being really light, just rolling across it. If I get epoxy building up in front of my roller, it means I got a thick spot there, which everything looks pretty good. So I want you guys to get a close-up how glass smooth this lays out. We don't have a bunch of bubbles. We're not gonna have to torch it. I'm gonna just run my edges real quick. All right, all my edges are done. I'm gonna put on a mask just because I'm gonna spray so much spray paint. We're in a big warehouse, so it's not that critical. I just wanna kinda make sure I'm not huffing this spray paint. So I'm basically gonna spray an even layer on this whole board. We're gonna let it set for a minute, and then we're gonna do the technique to give you that gold leaf effect. So we want to completely cover this with spray paint. gonna hit all my edges. Now I'm just kind of looking for thin spots or anywhere I can see black, which it looks pretty good. Guys can get it close up, you can see it all looks gold. There's no like thin spots or spots where you can kind of see through the black. It's kind of what we want. So we'll let this sit for about 3 minutes, and then we'll come back and we'll do the technique to give you that gold leaf effect. All right, it's been about 10 minutes. Again, the metallic spray paint dries really quick. So what I did is on the side where I had epoxy, I sprayed that too, and I'm just testing it, right? You want it to like crinkle up like that. That means the surface is dry, right? If it's still liquid, it'll just kind of blend in like a metallic highlight or something. So I'm gonna get some epoxy on my brush. And then all we're gonna do is just press down everywhere on the surface, and it's gonna start crinkling up like foil. And there's a lot of different ways you can do this technique, different designs. We're just gonna do the whole board like this. If I wanted more black to show up, I would make these chunks a little smaller, but I want those big chunks to look like gold leaf. Cool, because you could do like really big chunks if you want. See how it just crinkles it? It's because all that surface paint is dry. I like it. We got some bigger spots, some smaller spots. Again, you could do really small, you could do really big, you could run just a pattern through the middle. A lot of different ways you can do this, but that's the gold leaf technique. And a lot of this is gonna wind up leveling down into the epoxy, and then we do a clear coat or a top coat over that, and then you got an awesome piece that has a lot of depth.
Check out how cool this board turned out. There are so many different looks that you can do with this technique. Come check it out. Hope you guys enjoyed this video because we had a fun time making it for you.
Don't forget, subscribe to the channel, turn on your notifications so you don't miss any of our awesome projects we have coming up.
We'll see you next time. And remember, Leggari.com has you covered.